Well, hopefully it is not. So anyway, we'll make it more recording next video. Hey, all we got is a wish with the band. Recording everybody's out. That was gonna have to be those in it. Yeah, we're trying to get to come more. Yeah, it's gonna be a little more. No. And all going on is stupid. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't even know it's gonna be hot. Maybe a little bit muggy, like just a little muggy. Prima tarde pela mezza, maybe a little muggy. So, you know, I don't know. Yeah, you get everything. You gotta get enough to make. You gotta go out there. You gotta have to let. But it's gonna be 4 points, and that's it. And it's gonna be like, oh yeah, these 4 points. Or you have to wear it and get your stuff. Well, you know what it's yeah. Well, let's see if we get, well, we'll see if we get me this man, well, it's kind of very, well, now I mean, we're gonna get some. You're gonna have to swap. And yeah, you're gonna have to work. Simply, well, I have 101. When you ready, one of our partners, everyone, I tell them that I don't know why I say before. You know what? He's 7-Eleven, right? Not everything I don't know, got the spirit. Well, 7-Eleven, I guess it's like a little cheap. No, not there, what? They go on this one. Well, Steve, and then they got there. You might know you have everything. I never heard of it. Oh, no. Oh, I know what. No, yeah, they can carry on where I can tell it's going. Well, this is, but it's all. Just look at the down there. Metal, look at the down way oh metal. I mean, I am slow. What's really just like trying to get things.
Bill Martin. July 10th, I'm West Coast meteorologist Bill Martin. Weekend is right in front of us. Looks pretty good. We've got an interesting weather pattern. A lot going on. You're hearing about this monsoon moisture. You're hearing about the heat. We have the weekend to look forward to. What's it going to be like? Some parts of the state are going to be very warm under heat advisories, extreme heat warnings. Going to do an El Nino update. Just there's a lot of confusion with El Nino, right? Super El Nino, Godzilla El Nino, weak El Nino, the Ronnie Index. Just a real brief primer on that. Talk about the monsoonal moisture, which is kind of shifted a lot, which is changing the forecast a bit. And we'll talk about the heat, and we'll talk about some of the little flood advisories we have along the Bay Area because of higher tides and some other things. This is the satellite image, and the first thing you note, if you're a Californian, is you're like, hey, it is July, and the fog, not really a thing. Look how sparse it is. Really just pounded around. So indication that the Pacific high pressure, which sits like a salad bowl upside down, all in here, is not really where it's supposed to be. We'll see how that works out. We're going to look at a lot of things today. We're going to look at the El Nino, the current temperature of the water, which is impressive, but you got to take a 3-month average, so it's not as impressive when you get there. So we'll look at that. We'll look at Weather Service headlines, look at all the watches and warnings, right? And then we'll get to computer models, which are awesome, which will just kind of drive everything home. Then we get to California north to south. It's my favorite part because it's like a road trip with Grandpa Bill. It's like me being Grandpa Bill or my dad being Grandpa, but just a road trip because we go from Northern California to Southern California, and we use tools. We look at a live picture, then we go, oh look, there's the inversion, there's the air quality, there's the wind, there's the fire. So we work our way all the way down the coast looking at various meteorological tools and live cameras. Then we get to nature snacks, and we'll talk about Typhoon Bobby, which is moving in another direction, but it's still a Category 1 and threatening to be a Category 2 at times typhoon. And then we'll look at surf reports. So there's, like I said, the fog along the coast is definitely not as robust as you would expect for this time of year. There's Cape Mendocino, and again, you see what the points do. One of the things to note today is Cape Mendocino, or Point Conception, not really shedding the fog. Let me get the picture in here. Here we go. There it is. Not really shedding the fog, right? So it's all the way into Los Angeles. It's turned the corner, if you will. The eddies kind of filled in. Probably a little bit of a wind shift, more northwesterly would probably do that. Probably a little bit southwesterly wind as well, pushing the fog in from this direction. But not a big deal. El Nino right now, it is an El Nino for sure. They're using all the indexes. I watched the video yesterday, some guy talking about a super El Nino, and I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, because there's no such thing as a super El Nino, right? It's weak, it's strong, or it's weak, it's moderate, it's strong, it's very strong. And the potential here for this El Nino to be very strong exists. This is sea surface temperature in the 3.4 region, right down here, of the equatorial Pacific. And these are daily numbers, okay? And so this is like, right now you look at the temperature, and let me see if I can pick it up here. So today, it's the anomaly above the baseline for an El Nino. You get to above baseline by, it says it's +2, which would be a very strong El Nino. But you can't take that number. It's day-to-day stuff. See how it fluctuates? So we're averaging the last 3 months. And if you average the last 3 months, you've got, well, weekly, it's 1.2, which is a decent El Nino. weekly average. If you take the Ronnie index, which is a 3-month average, you're at 0.50, which is just classified as an El Nino. So more conservative, but you can't just freak out when you get a high number like this, because it could drop back down. So they're averaging 3 months. And when you average 3 months, the 3-month average right now, I don't know if I wrote it down. 3-month average right now is, is 0.50, which is just at an El Nino phase. So El Nino is funny, man. You know what it sounds like? Super El Nino especially sounds like a Mexican rustler. I'm like, just chill, dude. I mean, it's so funny how it's such a misunderstood thing, because it's not a hurricane, it's not a tornado, it's not really weather, it's warm water. And it's warm water that feeds the weather. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. And it's pretty impressive. Like, it's going to be a big one. Do you know what's happened out there too? And you go, well, Bill, how do you guys know it's going to be strong if it's or a really strong El Nino? Because there's something called a thermocline, which is the water temperature under the water subsurface. And so a lot of warm water is being pushed from the western Pacific to the eastern Pacific, and it's going it's going deeper, and it's going to rise to the surface as those winds continue to blow away the top surface. So you're going to get this sort of upwelling of, which is not usually easiest cold water, but you're going to get this warm water being forced to the surface. And that's in that 3.4 region especially is expected to really be robust as we go into the next few months. So we'll see. This is watches, warnings, advisories, lots of them. The temperatures outside right now are generally in the 60s and 70s. And today, by the end of the day, we'll be into the low 100s in the hot spots. There's that flood advisory, National Weather Service advisory out of San Francisco. And this is high tide stuff, right? There's a lot going on. You know, one of the things I didn't know, you got a high tide. You got the sea surface temperatures right now off San Francisco are in the low 60s, which is really warm. Usually it's 50, usually it's like mid 50s in the summer, right? Up, 58 on the warm side. But there's also something going on in the Antarctica where the ice cap is melting, as you know. There's a certain component to that. And so the water surges north, and it actually sends a bulge about north of the equator and increases sea surface heights up here by a few inches. I know, which I did not know. I got that from Dr. Daniel Swain. He was talking about the other day about this erosion of the southern ice cap, and that water, as it melts, it has to go somewhere, and it creates sort of a bulge, and it moves north and phases into our region. So that adds a few inches, like more than 1 or 2 inches. Like, it's interesting. So that's the headline for that National Weather Service. This is the Weather Service again out of San Francisco. They're talking about that monsoonal moisture and the chance of thunderstorms. It's becoming less of a thing. And then this is the extreme heat. The heat advisory here. And that's going to turn, they're calling it an extreme heat watch, if you will. So that's that. And then the Weather Service out of, I guess these guys are out of Los Angeles, San Diego, and they're just saying extreme heat week. So heat's the thing. These are the forecast highs for today. So, and you know what? Just roll them into tomorrow. But look, you got a $1.03 in Bakersfield. And again, remember I pointed out yesterday too, this push of marine air, this delta breeze. So kind of, Sacramento 93. That's what I would call a perfect day in Sacramento, 93. 66 in San Francisco, you got some fog. But once you get away from the sea breeze down in the north and the north and the south valley, you get pretty warm. 80 up in Reno today, pretty warm. This is the computer model. Let me get some coffee. I'm going to try to go a little quicker because lately, I've been just because this pattern's weird, but we don't need to get too granular here. We got to get to nature snacks, man. I got cool nature snack stuff. In the last couple of days, I've been running because my camera shuts off at like 29.4 minutes, and then I miss out. So I'm not going to miss out today. But we won't miss out on this either. This is the 500 millibart anomalies, cool air, right? So you see the cool air. You see where we are. And you see look at the division. So this is why there are watches, warnings, advisories down here. Those are above average temperatures being forecast. So here's the heat. Here's the not heat. Isn't that interesting? And this would have been our monsoonal flow, but this high pressure ridge, look how big it is. It's covering the whole United States, right? So if we move forward a little bit, so right now we're into tomorrow morning. Move forward a little bit, and look at this thing intensify. Look at that ridge. That's actually the weather story right now. Look at this thing. Oh, and why is it amplifying like this? Because this trough is deepening. Trough digs, ridge amplifies. And this, yeah, and then this whole area is going to be really, really hot, really, really high fire danger. This is as we head into Sunday. So what the first thing to note is forecast. Remember yesterday and the day before, I was kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of weird because nothing's. It's just that's a tough one. Half the state, especially this weekend. So Saturday, right now, Saturday, Sunday look to be pretty warm, especially south of Modesto. And north of there, just kind of like same old, same old. So Redding, you're not going to be, 115 like the GFS thought, or 111. You're going to be 96, 97 degrees, which is pleasant. There's that ridge. And you see now we're all the way into Monday next week. Look at that ridge. Jeez. There's going to be air quality issues out in the look at that. Wow. I mean, if that happens, but and of course affects everything upstream. Look at that. So we're kind of back where we were. This pattern, there's some heat next weekend. So what did I just say? The same thing I've been saying for day after day after day after day, at least for us. We're in sort of this warm, cold pattern, or warm, hot, cool, warm, hot pattern. And you'll see that here on the 850 millibar, 5,000 feet up temperatures today. So pretty warm. Right, you can see leans out. See how the darker oranges lean towards Southern California? See that? That's on this afternoon, the highest of the day. Then we'll go to Saturday afternoon. Right? You see, right? What do you do with that? Mostly Southern California. Then Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon looks more equal opportunity, especially in the north, so a little above average, Bakersfield North. But right, so cool, warm. There's moments. And that ridge keeps trying to establish itself, but there's a prominent cool air plug offshore. If there was some orange out here, you go, oh man, it's gonna get hot, and it would. But it just keeps coming back for us. So what did that tell us? Same old, same old. The only thing that's really changed is that ridge is building off into the east, and that's going to take a lot of the monsoonal moisture, which this map represents. It's going to take a lot of that monsoonal moisture, green. This is, see it coming up right there? That's monsoonal moisture. That's on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. That's a lot of moisture. Does it mean that thunderstorms? Yes, possible, especially in the more towards Bishop and Whitney, and Mammoth. And then monsoonal moisture dries up by Tuesday, breaks out, and then you'll get another surge here. And that's pretty aggressive. That's Monday the 20th. So that's a ways off, right? But so it looks like it's on a little bit for the monsoon. But again, none of this is really having a huge impact on your weekend. Not really, right? I mean, there's no real big, this is the beginning of the monsoonal moisture. This is the rainfall. This is for Monday. So Sunday into Monday is when we got that the best opportunity, which we saw, which the model's been pretty consistent on that on the 13th. Is kind of, so, Sunday night, Monday, and maybe even before then, monsoonal moisture is hard to track. So you're like, hey, Bill, what's going on with the weather around here? Well, you got that big sea breeze tonight, right there, see it? That's sea breeze. So that's going to keep us like we have been, same old, same old. So Saturday looks like Sunday or Friday. And then here we go again into Friday night, or let's go into Saturday night, sorry. I hope this map, and you see right here, that's all I'm looking at really is that delta breeze, that cool air flux into the valley. And then it kind of shuts off a little bit after that. But that high pressure is not strong enough to keep the sea breeze from occurring. And so in the Bay Area and parts of Central California, we're staying cool. So either end of the valley, you're baking. Southern California, you're really warm. You're kind of out of that sea breeze thing, right? And so it's kind of business as usual, except for the heat. So we'll look at that now. These numbers are so small. Let's try this. Okay. It's still so small. Let's look at we'll use the colors. Okay. So these are the forecast highs for today. No, hang on. That's today. 98 in Redding, 89 in Sacramento. That is not a big deal. Actually, 91. I went back. 100 in Redding. So that's better. I use 4 o'clock. Okay, so let's see if we come in a little closer. Get a few more cities in here. Here we go. Okay, Los Angeles 84 today, something like that. This is just a stock Euro model forecast. And then we're going to go to Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock, right? Sacramento 98, buck 6 in Redding. Okay, yeah, and that's where that heat advisory comes in. That's Saturday. And then Sunday looks pretty warm. So Saturday and Sunday look pretty warm, but still the heat is congregated. Merced down in here more so. And then again, Redding's hot at 98, but July temperatures in Redding, it's almost the average. Okay, so we'll go a little further. And then I'd like you guys, if you guys don't like this model, if the numbers are too small, let me know. I like it only because it gives us a big, broad picture. So that was Sunday, right? And then we go to Monday. And then I think it's just kind of same old. Yeah, same old. A little cooler in Redding. That's that low up there. So we'll see. If these numbers are too small, let me know. Maybe you just go by colors. And then this is rainfall accumulation. That would be the monsoon, which looks like it wants to start dropping precip, if you buy the models on Sunday, Monday, right? And we kind of saw that. And then you go in and out the next week or so, and you see it sort of stays, very monsoonally. So that looks kind of typical. This is a live camera shot. This is Eastern California, obviously. This is up above Eureka. I did a deep dive on Fortuna today. Fortuna in Latin means fortune. Is that right? Yeah, in 1875 to reflect the hopes of prosperity. 1875 Fortuna was founded, known as the Friendly City. And I think that's true. I think I heard somebody say it's really friendly there. I think everybody's really friendly up there on the coast. It hosts the Roner Park Rodeo. It's one of California's oldest rodeos. Interesting. Roner Park, not Roner Park. And then we look at the depth of the inversion, and we're at 1,800 feet. Here we are, and then that's the area right here. So you see that fog, it's just not happening. So the bank's pretty deep. I'm surprised. Well, you know what? At the surface, you don't have... It's a little bit drier down there, yeah. So maybe it's just there's just not a lot of moisture available in the wind direction right now. This is Las Molinas, right? The Mills. We talked about that. The Mills. And close to Las Molinas is Orville. And Orville got its name from the Spanish word meaning oro, meaning gold, which makes sense, reflecting the gold rush, founded in 1856. After rich gold discoveries in the Feather River, which I know well. When I grew up on the Feather River canyon, we still had old miners in there. I know they were crotchety and drunk, but we had old miners. You go down with your girlfriend or your buddies with a 6-pack of quarters down to Dean Road, and there'd be guys with pans and dredging and sluicing. It was kind of funny. I mean, it wasn't like in 1849, but they still mine up there. But oro, that's how it got its name, meaning gold. It's got the largest earth-filled dam, the nation's. It used to be the world's largest earth-filled dam. It's 770 feet tall, and it's the headquarters of the California Department of Water Resources, which makes sense because that's the California Water Project, Lake Oroville. So here are the watches and warnings again, and we were just talking about Oroville. Let's go in and take a look at some of the temperatures here. I'm going to load up, plus. This is that surface map. So at, what time is it today? It's 10:20. Oroville is pretty mild. 11 o'clock in the morning, 78 degrees. 82 degrees up at Lime Saddle. Paradise, 82, 48% humidity. 6-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So you got a little bit of a breeze. Interesting. Lake Orville, everybody. 82 degrees and 80 degrees in Palermo. And then this is Mount Diablo right there. We're looking. No, that's not Mount Diablo. Where are we? Oh, Sutter Buttes. No, it's not even Sutter Buttes. Gosh dang it. It would not be the same if I didn't forget where we were occasionally. Where was that? I guess that's coming off of sites. I guess it's looking at Sutter Buttes. Knucklehead. Jeez Louise. I guess it just throws me off. The air quality does not look that awesome. Sites Reservoir up in Northern California. There's a shot we all know. That's Mount Diablo. That thing sticks out, doesn't it? And there's the marine layer. Marine layers look deep. Yeah, kind of 12. I don't know. It doesn't look very deep here. It's pretty dry, especially when you get off the ground. It's got the inversion goes all the way up to 2,500 feet. So that explains why there's moisture this far inland, but it also shows how dry it is at the surface and a little higher up, meaning that this fog, that's part of why the fog's got holes in it, because it's not a saturated layer. This is Mount Diablo again from Oak Grove or Walnut Grove. I have some interesting, you're kind of looking towards Mount Diablo, you're also looking towards Richmond. Richmond, California, named after Richmond, Virginia. They did that a lot. They'd come out here from the east and they'd name, Richmond, Virginia, by an early resident. Home to one of the world's largest Rosie the Riveter World War II shipbuilding sites. Remember the old mothball fleet out there in Vallejo, kind of off Benicia or wherever that, Benicia. That was awesome. When we were kids driving to, because World War II ends, they park all they mothball the fleet. They call it the mothball fleet, and there were there was at least 100 huge ships out there that just slowly, there might even still be ships. I think there might even be a couple still left out there that they just slowly they put them there, it's drier, more the Delta climate. They thought they could, mothball them there for a while. And they did for years and years and years. I'm sure there was environmental confusion with that. Chevron Refinery, Rosie the Riveter, 740 Liberty ships were produced. Almost 1,000 ships, military vessels. They're huge. Almost 1,000, and in a short amount of time, only a few years. The war didn't last that long. Air quality looks okay. Bay Area. Then we're at, you know where it is, don't you? Oh, this is looking towards Fresno. Fresno means ash tree, and the air quality looks okay. This is Bakersfield. Oh, I picked this up. This is smoke. So first of all, you can see the inversion, right? It's shallow. So air quality, not super great north towards Fresno. So your Bakersfield's in here. Fresno's further north. This is off the van fire. So the fire is still smoking here. This is watch duty. So that shot was kind of from this area down here. And so that smoke is kind of blowing a little bit in that direction. I wonder if we could pick up, let's see if you got it. Here you go, Phil. I hope you're having a nice day. You guys are awesome. So we're going to go down to Bakersfield, right? Yeah. Fresno, yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Never mind. I thought I could pick out a wind direction that would indicate that the smoke was blowing in that direction, but the winds are generally out of the south. That's okay. Can't always get what you want. These are the forecasts, or this is the air quality for today. So that would indicate there is some smoke in that area. Also down around Santa Cruz, some smoke. And then out around Santa Barbara's always got good air quality. Let's see. And then LA, we'll get to that. LA's looks kind of janky. This is Los Angeles right here, isn't it? Los Angeles? Yeah. No, where am I? Dang it. I think this is Los Angeles. La Conchita. Oh, it's the Rincon shot, which I love this shot. Let's see if I can pick it up this way. Yeah, that's the Rincon shot. So that's down towards Ventura. Shallow marine layer. Temperatures today in Ventura are going to go 69, 70 degrees right at the coast. And this is Los Angeles. Air quality not good today. You can kind of see it, Mount Wilson, and you'll see, we'll pop it in, the inversion. It's dry. It's not a lot of moisture. There's an inversion at 1,700 feet. This is where the site is taken. So the air quality, not looking so good. Could be a lot of things. Could be a little bit of fire, could be a lot of morning commute, could be summer vacation. But it's not a super deep inversion, so it's not allowing for a ton of vertical mixing. In that basin, like I said, they had air quality issues in the Los Angeles basin, and right when they first invented cars. But even right when cars were invented, it wasn't that many cars in the 1910, 1920, but they burned. Back then it was agricultural, so they were burning smudge pots. If you grew up in the valley, you know what a smudge pot is. It's a way to keep the freeze off the orange trees or whatever. You would light these fires, and the smoke would. It was a way before that. After that, we used airplane propellers and even helicopters to hover to keep things from freezing. But the smudge pots were brutal, so the air quality was really bad. Now LA's had bad air quality for a long time. This is Bobby. Bobby is a tropical or a hurricane. Still, it is Category 1. Let's see what we got here. Category 1, and you can see it's Category 1 moving towards just north of Taipei now. It's really lingering slowly, but that amount of moisture, the amount of rain, the amount of flooding in parts of Osaka, even into Seoul, Korea. You're going to have a lot. Hong Kong's going to get a lot of moisture. This is a huge system, about 500 miles. So Bobby, you've heard about it. It was a super typhoon. Not a super El Nino, but a super typhoon, because there's no such thing as a super El Nino. Stop already. Jesus. God. If you're going to say you're a meteorologist, at least, even if you're not, use the right terms. Don't make up terms. You know what I mean? Like, if you're pretending that you know what I mean? Because it just throws people off. Like Super El Nino, it sounds cool. Maybe they should have a Super El Nino designation, but they don't. So if you're going to talk about weather, just use the correct terms. I mean, yeah. And I love you. Anyway, by the way, a lot of you guys that aren't meteorologists are much better communicators than me, and that's just as valuable as a good meteorologist. So I know I'm supposed to hate guys who aren't meteorologists on TV, and most of them aren't, but some of them are really good communicators. I know a lot of them, and they're really, really good, and there's value in that for sure, especially if they just go by the meteorological protocol of weak El Nino, moderate El Nino, strong El Nino, very strong El Nino, and don't go to super. You stay in that realm, communicate nicely, you're awesome. This is Ocean Beach. Hope that didn't sound snarky. That guy was changing the light bulbs. That was sick. It's Pleasure Point. Point Conception. There's fog in there. Did you see it? Yeah. So Point Conception is letting the fog in around the corner. This is Ledbetter's. I'm cruising now. This is Encinitas. Fog's going to clear. It's just a slow day. It's still nice down there. It's like 68 degrees. This is out when you go rafting on the Truckee River. This is where you let out. This is Alpine Meadows River House, I think it's called. There's really nothing more fun. There's a lot of things more fun, but that rafting this fun little creek is a blast. This is where you come in, and then you raft right into there. So later on today, it'll be busy with rafters having a blast. Uh-oh, look who's here. Yeah, buddy. You know that's Iris. Look at that baby, how big. God, they're beautiful, aren't they? Again, osprey. Supposed to mate for life. Oh, that's interesting. Supposed to mate for life, but Iris has gone through a few boys. And right now she's with Clark. She's feeding. She's almost 30 years old, I think. Real close. They don't live that long. They live to be 15 or 20, so she's almost double. And she's had 30, surviving chicks. So she's single-handedly populating the state of Idaho with eaglets or osprey. Our eagles, they're around. They're around. You stick around a little bit, they show up. Let's see if we find them. Yeah, there's one. Yeah. They come back to the nest. Mom still feeds at the nest. They still feed at the nest. Eventually, they don't. They keep coming back for a while. And then this is Venice Beach, and beautiful. Oh, the day looks good. Kind of breezy. Air quality looks okay there. Winds are a funny. No, that's right. That's onshore. Okay, listen, you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. It's the weekend. I am. Is today's Friday? Yeah, it's the weekend. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. I may do some kind of El Nino thing because there's been some new numbers put out. Okay, talk to you soon.
We are proposing separate OK2 and pontoon. The,
Wolf.
You know what the delay is?
Waiting on a pilot.
U.S. Coast Guard vessel, this is aircraft carrier 70. We are off your starboard bow. Requesting your attention.
Naval Carrier 70. This is Coast Guard Cutter 362 off of your port bow. Hold you off our starboard bow, approximately 2 nautical miles with a CPA of 1 nautical mile in 11 minutes. We intend to maintain course and speed. How copy, over?
U.S. Coast Guard vessel is aircraft carrier 70. Understand your intentions are to maintain course and speed.
Okay, I like that.
U.S. Coast Guard vessel, this is aircraft carrier 70. Request that you remain well clear.
Naval Carrier 70, Cutter 362, roger, good copy.
U.S. Coast Guard vessel is aircraft carrier 70. We will be speeding up. Request that you remain well clear of us and clear aft. Over.
Carrier 70, Coast Guard Cutter, roger, we will maintain well clear of your stern, over.
This is aircraft carrier 70. Will be standing by on channel 16. Over now. Coast Guard Cutter, this is aircraft carrier 70, hailing you on channel 16.
70, Coast Guard Cutter, switch to channel 13, over.
Aircraft carrier 70, switching over to channel 13.
All right, let's go 12 southeast. No. Going. Southwest.
Just talked to the pilot. Said he'd be here in less than 10 minutes.
Roger, 10 minutes.
So when I come side tie, it's not depth.
affirmation.
Downstairs for a second, Dave. I'll be right back. Both drives pointed towards the dock. Is that closing us up? Perfect. I'll be right back.
Let's roll one cop.
Yeah, sure, you got it on in there? Mac?
Security call San Diego. Tugs Harbor Admiral and Captain Kale breaking tow on our 270 crane barge out in front of 10th Avenue.
Good afternoon.
Terminal.
Privateer checking back.
Concerned traffic can contact the Harbor Admiral on channel 16 or the Captain Kale.
Good luck, my friend. All I saw were those dolphins in the beginning.
Harbor Admiral.
I went up towards the top of the bank. Quiet out there. But that's all we've seen. So, dolphins in the beginning of the trip, find them? Yeah, the ones in the very, very beginning, I found them. You know, they're, and then, I don't know, someone I think for sure, but that was the day. Roger, appreciate that. You coming back out? Oh, but I'm a glutton for
And I'll have you, once we get your line back, we'll have you just stand by on this side to push me around if I need it.
Hey, whatever you need. Like west of the drop when you started making. Okay. Alright, well, on that worst right there, we got just enough hose. You're good? Copy. Outgoing Bravo Papa 31, it's oncoming. If you got nothing, you're good to go. We got nothing for you. Have a good one. On that filter, okay, Ish? Make sure it's not leaking again.
Dave, so the plan is we'll come off the dock, back up, and we'll have you drop our lines, and then the E-Wolf is going to pick you up and bring you back to us.
Okay, Roger. Tioga 03 here, 77. Sorry, Wolf.
Wolf's on 7.
Okay, I see you guys. Oh, Wolf. Dear 03. Hey, good afternoon, Captain. Yeah. Roger.
Foxtail? Legacy? Hey, how is it out there? Was it out there?
Maybe keep it tighter to the coast or something.
Some 30 and a half. 30 minutes ago.
What direction were those guys going? They're going toward the border?
Wolf's off.
Hey, Roger, Wolf.
Just fine. Would you like me to make security call getting underway, or are you going to handle that?
This radio might not get
San
too
Diego.
far out. Yeah, you want to make one. And,
Breaking tow in front of 10th Avenue Marine Terminal requests that vessels maintain a safe distance
We'll have to check. I know
at
it's
least
over 300.
100 yards. During the operations, we will be restricted in our ability to maneuver. Harbor Admiral.
Hey, we're gonna do the same thing as last weekend. Take the gangway, get the mast, and then we'll use that boat like during the picture.
Alright, Juan. How about that radio?
You harpoon him and mark him? We'll see you this afternoon.
we are without ponies.
You said you were coming. I was just seeing if you were inviting her.
80-foot beam, 80. Falcon's ready. Whoa.
Say again?
Any and all the others in this Connor's box? Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a minute.
Warship 20, standing by on channel 16 for all concerned vessels. And Wolf, easy board, and Gear, are you conventional or private?
Third tractor. Hey, Cap, that was my mate that was talking there on the radio. Talking about dropping lines.
Okay, roger.
Make the security call while you're dropping lines.
Security. All stations,
Tug
all
Gear
stations,
Falcon,
all stations.
departing
This
Pier
is the
10,
United States Coast Guard,
Pier 10
Sector
San Diego,
United States Coast Guard, Sector
petroleum
San
barge.
Diego, United States
Be
Coast Guard,
backing into
Sector
the
San
turning
Diego.
basin,
For Coast Guard seeking
straightening
marine
tow,
information
heading out on the wire.
broadcast
Concern
concerning
traffic,
vessel.
monitoring
Listen,
13 and we're
22,
channel
22
77
Alpha,
from Pure Falcon.
frequency 157.1 megahertz out.
Privateer, this is Fancy Dreaming. Back to the harbor yard.
Juan. Let me fix this side real fast.
Cheer, stop.
I'll stop.
Cheer, go 130. Your little angle towards.
Little angle towards.
Wolf, easy towards.
Here, stop.
Pattern for the weekend as well. Okay.
You gonna keep the 250?
Yeah, it's not a long holiday weekend. I think we'll be okay. We'll just make sure we're locked up. Once this is locked up, we'll be alright.
Roger that. Towards.
Hey, the
He's about the 250. Big one.
yeah, we'll just do it.
Here.
Back half, back half.
Yeah. Easy towards. One third back. Cap, if it's okay with you, once we back out, I'd like to keep this orientation while I stream the tow.
Kept,
Towards.
cheer, you said.
Wolf.
Cheer.
Easy towards. Cap, if you want, I got her from here into the channel.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, kind of fix the wire on the other one. Can you go slack line, Wolf?
Roger.
Give a whistle here. Hey, keep an eye out for boats, please. sounds like it has a cold.
Hey, Jay, are you okay? What are you looking at?
I'm just signaling these vessels behind me to...
Security. This is Warship 2. Ability to maneuver. Request all vessels to maintain safe distance. This is...
Go ahead and we'll stream our tow. Get aboard my vessel before we stream.
Yes, they're now.
Hey, Dave, you guys can go ahead and give the E-Wolf his line back.
Right.
Roger.
Sailboat. Sailboat, in the vicinity of 32 degrees, 41 north, 117 degrees, 22 west. This is Warship 2, 2,800 yards off your port bow, hailing you on channel 1.
Hey, ready.
Okay, pick your stern spud.
Vessel is restricted in its ability to maneuver. Request you maintain safe distance from my vessel. How copy, over?
And when I tell you to drop it, remember it's full RPM and full down until it touches, okay? Go ahead, come up.
We are restricted in our ability to maneuver. We cannot change.
Flags do you have?
Standing by on channel 16 out.
12 bundles?
We're 90 degrees, and then we're going to spud down, so when we get close, throttle all the way up, okay? Come down fast.
As soon as you've got crew, Ben, you can drop that stern line.
Okay, pilot squad.
This is Warship 20 on channel 16, over.
Down to stern.
This is Warship 20. We are 6 miles off of your starboard beam. How copy?
Hey, we'll let him go. Ben, are you on deck? Stern line go. Okay, Ben, just leave it on the port side of the boat right there, and we'll tidy it up once we get underway.
Right.
just give that stern a bump, just to kind of keep me the same angle if you start swinging. Okay, Matt.
I think you can start coming down on the spot right.
San Diego Bay Premier. Possibility on getting a little wigglers or not today?
No, I apologize. Probably not this afternoon. Maybe check with us maybe on your way back in, maybe tomorrow morning. Just probably not right now.
Okay, we're out with 34 anglers. See you tomorrow.
Roger. See you tomorrow.
Gotcha, Nano bait receiver back here.
Hey, good afternoon. We're out with 47 anglers. Were you able to pick up any bait?
No, sir, not this afternoon. So, call in tomorrow morning, kind of check with us, but not this afternoon. I'm sorry.
Roger. Hey, that's what I completely understand. I have possibly a twilight tonight. Would it be? You think you guys would get bait? You know, in the next few hours or anything like that, or just call on and check?
You know, probably not for the twilight either. I'd get a box of squid.
Oh, I got plenty of that. Right on. All right, just making sure. I appreciate it. Thank you, Connor. is restricted in its ability to maneuver. Request all vessels to maintain safe distance. This is Warship 20, standing by on channel 16 for all concerned vessels out.
Back, Josh.
Good.
And the volume down. Did we get them both back?
Yeah, no, you're both on. Everybody's on board.
Thanks for the help. Appreciate it.
Okay, Wolf, are you doing the Lapis? Okay, alright, I'll see you.
Motor vessel Shogun, this is Coaster Sector San Diego on channel 16. All good with the Zest? Take your time. Motor vessel Shogun, this is Coast Guard Sector San Diego on channel 16.
Got me there, Ben? Yeah, go ahead and set the handbrake and the tow winch alarm, please.
Art, can you copy? Hey, do you guys have a spare safety key?
What was that?
The skid steer key?
It's one on my truck. If you look, what is that? I think it's right with my wallet is. Find it, it's, set off on the knuckle. You find it.
Motor vessel Shogun, Coaster Sector San Diego on channel 16.
Overtake.
pon, 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 pon. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is the United States Coast Guard, Sector San Diego. United States Coast Guard, Sector San Diego. United States Coast Guard, Sector San Diego. July 4th, 2026, 0117 local, 0817 universal coordinated time. The Coast Guard received a report of an overdue 30-foot white Santana sailing vessel named Real Bad Gato, last seen June 17th in the vicinity of San Clemente Island, with a destination of Hawaii. All vessels are requested to keep a sharp lookout, assist if possible, and report all sightings to the Coast Guard. Break. This is the United States Coast Guard, Sector San Diego, out.
Check.
Check, check. Okay, Brandon.
03, pilot boat.
Upvoted. Great.
Hey, Cap, just doing a comms check. We're up here off your port bow.
Roger, you're loud and clear.
Roger.
Security, security, security. This is Warship 5-2 making preparations to get underway from Naval Base San Diego outbound to sea. Security, security, security. This is Warship 5-2 making preparations to get underway from Naval Base San Diego outbound to sea. For all concerned traffic, standing by on channel 121316 out.
Hey Ava, do you have a radio? Okay, and Tatum are gonna sail out in a big. We're gonna launch in a second. Could you keep an eye out for them when they come out of the finger?
Security, security, security. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is United States Coast Guard Sector San Diego, United States Coast Guard Sector San Diego, United States Coast Guard Sector San Diego. For Coast Guard Safety Marine Information Broadcast concerning degraded VHF FM. Listen channel 1022, 22 Alpha, frequency 157.1 megahertz out.
Cap, what do you want me to do with this guy?
Hey, is that, Felipode? Yeah, we're taking his stern 100%. He cannot, go back now.
Okay, he'll take a stern. I'll tell him to keep going to the red side.
Yeah, you're talking about this 38-foot Beneteau thing?
Yeah, looks like it's a little Capri, yeah.
Okay.
How'd it go, Fred?
That's okay. We didn't do anything special. That little bonita was almost a pass.
Current still messed up?
No, it's down and in right here. That little stringer right there saying something different. I don't feel like there's a strong push of current.
I can get down with that. Right on. How far up did you get?
Oh, we fished the roundhouse. It just, I don't know. It bit bonita really well. Not enough bass. I don't know, I think we're less than a bass a rod. Which, I don't know, below average. But I don't know. Our customers seem to enjoy themselves, so whatever.
What's wrong with that? Right on. Alright, just in case you were curious, we were not able to pick up some bait this afternoon.
Yeah, that was my one question. So they just said don't stop?
Yep. Try again tomorrow.
Jeez. Alright, that's spooky.
Hey Owen, how's it going with the 29er squad?
Oh. No, that's not good at all.
Yeah, we got like a half a tank for 45 inch. We'll make it work.
You know, honestly, I don't feel like we need to be chumming that much.
Yeah, they get excited when the bonita gets going, and then we yellowtail got on the brain and got all excited. Anyways, no bitching, just fishing.
I like that. You just make that up.
I told you. I may not have a brain, but every now and then I get a good idea.
Okay. All right. I think Captain Tony's going to jump ship between trips, so he'll get to figure it out.
Right on. All right, Fred, well, you enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Appreciate the check. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Okay. Afternoon, Nano. Good luck. Yes, sir. Here we go. Yeah, this kelp is down and pulling out.
Roger.
Some of it's straight down.
Hi, Daddy.
Roger.
Afternoon, Peregrine checking in, clearing Point Loma.
Right on, thank you. Roger. Bus. He's getting on it right now, starting to burn. Good afternoon.
Alright, Big Red, I'll head down.
Okay, roger that, Cap. Heading your way.
Hey Ava, where are you at? It's taking a long time to get to the La Playa. Got it, thank you. They're on the other bank as well. Yeah, I have 2 Vex and a laser and a kayak. Fantastic. We'll take some of those off your hands. Awesome.
Bees, baby.
America, Peregrine, over.
Thank you, either.
over and know that they're not going to pass their port side?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If you want to get the big orange ball in that bag and throw it in the water and just have them race to it, that'll be perfect.
Balls in the water.
minutes west. My vessel is restricted in its ability to maneuver. Request all vessels. Warship 0 standing by.
Securite, Securite. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is the United States Coast Guard Sector San Diego. Coast Guard Sector San Diego. United States Coast Guard Sector San Diego. For Coast Guard Safety Marine Information broadcast concerning sunken vessel. Listen, channel 1022, 22 Alpha, frequency 157.1 megahertz out.
Unless they get this ship now.
Steelboat at the bait receivers, America.
Yeah. How far out in the bay are you guys? Jack wants to join you guys.
Decently far. Like upwind towards the shoal right now, though.
Like, let me know when you guys are up there.
Head your way to stand by the YON.
Security. This is Warship 20 in the vicinity of 32 degrees 42 minutes north, 117 degrees 20 minutes west. To maneuver. Request all vessels to maintain a safe distance. Security. This is Warship 20 in the vicinity of 32 degrees 42 minutes north, 117 degrees 20 minutes west. My vessel is restricted in its ability. Safe distance. This is Warship 20 standing by on channel 16 for all concerned vessels. Out.
Yeah, just stand by. I'm going to let some more out once we get on our course. Then that port toe pin is not turning. It's not spinning. So if we get back to LA, we need to take a look at that.
Houston.
thank you.
That blue and white motorboat going into Gloria Bay. I guess that 5 knots speed limit doesn't apply to you, huh?
Sport cruiser with the blue hull. Slow down to 5 miles an hour. No wake zone. 5 miles an hour. No wake zone.
Yeah, I can have them back by 3:15, or before 3:15, sorry. Okay, cool. Yeah, then we have to load the trailer anyway, so we're gonna be back early. 30's perfect.
Okay, we're gonna be at the shoal in a couple minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Brandon. Yo, hitting them?
Handful down to Bonita.
Yeah, Roger.
I'm going to. Why can't someone say something? Oh, we can solve it. We can't have heat now. Oh, they can't keep it in all. They're gonna. What are they gonna? Or it's gonna have to do what they eat. I want to call, but see if they can go out. They can't. That's gonna. Yeah, keep everybody out. Everyone's gonna want to do that. I'm gonna have to say, oh, well,
Alright, I'd say we call it in the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes?
yeah, pull it up. What's that one? No, that be. They got one. And they got one up there too. They're blowing up. Oh, that's getting close to Mountain High too. That's not looking good. And the one's gonna blow. It's gonna blow over to the rightwood area. Eek. Alright, I'm done. Alright. No, look at it. Oh. Oh, look at that. I know that this is going on. It's time. Well, those who have the candidate, they need to get rid of them. You don't like doing that because it's too hard out for you. But I mean, you know, you guys really want to go out with fun. I mean, well, people want to get snacks and stuff. I think so. They're in the meantime, really, we can't take them up. Yeah, they got a major farm, right? It's gonna burn a bowl. Other one that you just suffer. I really don't know. Oh, you just saw something burn up. And that was burned up. That line back in the right one, really. I think it is talk to me. Oh, no, I really know right now what the kind of game is. Well, I mean, we can go up. We gotta be up. What do you want to do and see if you get well, if plays fine. I mean, we just gotta get out and bully. I'm gonna do what I can do. And then, no, we just gotta be alright. Well, what do you want to, what do you want to get? Okay, I'll see you again. Yeah, I mean, I want to get my snacks. I know you guys are just... Okay. Okay. Yeah, you go out. That's really important. It's gotta be out here. Everything frustrated, I'm irritated. It's not gonna go down. You should probably leave it down. I mean, if you guys want to go up, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You talk everything, we all talk to them tomorrow. And you guys are gonna have to go with me. And I'm willing to do it. And I guess he knows a lot. And you're gonna, you may have to go axes. Okay, that's the one. Yeah. Come on. It takes a while. Come on. Well, it's gotta process all again. Okay. I'm gonna have to restart this. There. I am ready to wait. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly the right word again. Yeah, shit. Yeah, right. Trying to get on. Come on, well, it's very hard. And I'll be knocking us. Oh, they used to. We want to go. They know we want to go. I'm gonna go play them in the phone. You're gonna have to figure out what they can do. Maybe some. Who is more? I know. I got my next. I can do it. Just let me know that you guys want to get. I'll go one coaches. It's gonna pay us a lot. We want to get. Maybe you got one person buy everything you want. And I can go. Me and me want to get me. Oh, the other no. Once you get these things, you're gonna argue with them about. And then we can. Oh yeah, how you wanna go out? Oh, you guys want to know what we're gonna do? Boy, that's like a play. Me, I know you guys are not. Tell us what you want with the try. we're gonna try to get all. And one of us will try to get. I mean, I can go up. Just have another guy, and I don't want to look around. And you know that one working like that. This is that does it. That may not even show up. You know what? I bet you I don't know I can get that. What? Am I in? You can do it. Oh my god, that's not looking good on right way. That was gonna meet. Right now, right. Oh, and you have all the right. Told you I have it. It is not looking good on right wood. Look at the fire. And then tell her a couple of years ago, what was the rep? It's not it. They have never fixed it. Oh, you can go there again. This is like, no, but it doesn't work anymore. It's been down, and then they're gonna have to come. Okay, it's not even working. Come on, but well, they have to go to the public right. And they're trying to get back up. No, you don't work. Yeah, no, 500 degrees. Oh, that's cool. That was yes. Not like nobody's been on. Scan. Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't know what's going on. I could be. It might be this one.
B Fire 22, secondary TAC B Fire 23, LA County Air to Ground, LA County crew. Engine 310.
It's lagging a lot. Because everybody's on. Everybody's on. Let's move through because it's so hot. Shit. That is not. Six.
Engine 313.
313.
Engine 310.
Okay, you wanna go? Oh, watch you. Yeah, let's go watch you. They're better at this.
319.
319.
Yeah, come on.
Engine 310.
Very okay. I'll take some stuff. Okay, so that's every fire and then that must be some position.
Engine 310, Anthony.
That's so
Engine 310.
Battalion 325, Angeles. Angeles Engine 325.
Sounds very good.
325, did you copy response?
It's only 2.
Angeles Engine 325. Yeah, 325, did you copy response?
Okay, that looks
Angeles Engine 325, copies response. Crew 76. Crew 76, copies response.
and then I get notified me. Jeez. Is that the normal one right there? And
All units responding second alarm to the summit fire. Battalion 32, Unified Command IC. Report to the summit ops.
alright,
For assignment. All units responding to the second alarm and summit fire. Be advised, Unified Command IC will be Battalion 32. Reporting location will be 138 to Fort Tejon to 248th Street. You report to Summit Operations for further instructions.
Alright, what's the wind? Northwest. Oh, right to the right. Yep.
All units responding to the second alarm for the summit fire. Be advised, Unified Command IC will be Battalion 32. You report to 113 to Fort Tejon to 248th Street and report to the summit operation for further instructions.
They're gonna make this whole guy. Didn't that place burn a couple of years back? Can't remember. If you were thinking back in 2022, well, that's one message. It's coming from this. Check, that's coming from, it's coming. Yep, I mean, that's right where I would, okay. I'm blue right here. Oh. This one I went from all of it. The index is going around. What's that? Oh, oh, and oh, that's that's cool. Because you can do that. You can do a fireman. That's so cool. Okay, and now I don't know what that. And then let's have a look at it.
Angeles Battalion 52 on Tone 5. Battalion 52, Angeles. Show me on scene of the summit. Battalion 52, be advised, you got cut off in your transmission. Could you repeat? Show me on scene of the summit. Battalion 32, Angeles, copy. Correction, Battalion 52, Angeles, copy. That's 5-2.
Damn, that's close. And it's 5,000 feet. Alright. Okay. Now you have so many different ones. Unless it's that's for that. That's so much for that. You think so? I don't know which one is. See, I don't even look. And white. White ones. That one.
Angeles, Patrol 12, back available, Area 12.
And there's almost right now.
What's up, Angeles?
What is it? It's in the swirls now. Pretty much.
Sure.
Well, that is. Well, yeah, I think it's worth it. This something the swirls. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, no, it's. That's just for that. That's not. Yeah. You know, I have it. It's just. Like, what you go. Well, I think it needs a presentation. Oh, that's brush. Oh. No, I don't want to on. Is this okay? Crap. So it's V1. Trying to get the right feet. Okay, so it's V1. Alright, I got you. It's V1.
Division Tanker 47, go ahead.
Tanker 47, headed back to Fox Fields for fuel. 10 minutes on the timer, please.
Tanker 47, LA copy. 10 minutes on your timer, en route to Fox for fuel.
Okay.
Stand up. Command.
Okay.
Break.
Got it.
Division Alpha, operations on V1.
There you go. I wonder what. There you go.
From Summit IC, command.
Go for operations.
Yeah, I have safety 10 heading to that last address on 243rd Street East for the resident that can't get out.
Copy, thank you. Break. Division Alpha, operations on V1.
Ops from Alpha, I copy the address. I have a unit over there right now.
Copy, so for now on, when dispatch relays an address, please check to see if it's in our division and then relay to us if you're handling. Zulu operations V1.
Operations go for Zulu.
Same traffic as dispatch. LA relays addresses. Please pause to write it down, see if it's in your division. Let us know if you need any additional resources that you have.
Yeah, operations, you're coming up extremely broken. Can you repeat your traffic?
Zulu operations V1, how do you copy?
Yeah, operations from Zulu, you're coming in broken.
Summit operations, Summit air attack on command V1.
Go for operations.
All right, it's still a mile and a half or so, but you probably want to put Mountain High West there into
At least a warning. Its parking lot's got quite a few people into it, and the big dog's eating there.
Yeah, I copy that. Although I'm sitting on the left shoulder right now. We do have some activity flaring up on the head. What I see is it's going to pull up that drainage and then into the bowl and over that ridge. Are you seeing the same activity that us?
Yeah, affirmative. And we just have not been able to grab any of the ridge system out there. We're still working retardant on this left flank in active structure defense, so I apologize.
Okay, as long as we get some activity on these shoulders, maybe just as visibility allows, work the shoulders and try to pinch this as much as possible, then I trust you to find something out front eventually to lay down some retardant.
You and I are on the same page. I appreciate that. Summit Air Attack.
Operations from IC Command.
Go for operations.
If you're good with it, those two Charlie strike teams, 6231 and 6224, out ahead in the San Bernardino County on their side, they're going to be operating on V-Fire 24. That's a third TAC channel. V-Fire 24, they're going to be known as Structure Defense Group 5.
Copy all. I might bring them in here on the left shoulder. We are around structures. They can do a threat assessment, and there is one resident here that we warned to get out. But there's no place to engage other than anchor, flank, and pinch this thing. It's going to burn out the bowl as it comes up to the ridge, and it's going to push over. If you heard the traffic from air attack, limited opportunities to box in the head. The plan is to continue to lay retardant along the shoulders and keep it as thin as possible until we find that opportunity.
I copy all, and I did copy that from air attack. These strike teams are already established. I'm just bringing them into the incident with our comm plan, so they're out ahead. Get them on command if you need anything. Structure Defense Group 5.
Copy. Break. Structure Defense Group 5, Operation on B1.
Yeah, things are evacuating again. They got burned down the west. Yeah.
Summit IC LA.
LA, standby 1. Break. Ops from IC. He's getting up on comms.
Copy. Go ahead and answer LA, then I'll touch Structure Defense Group 5 after.
Yeah, they're on where? That's a huge.
LA, go for IC.
Summit IC. The units that you have responding to search and rescue, they are still en route and can be reached on LTAC.
Yeah, man, and I can't get any of them.
Summit IC, copy.
Summit Air Attack LA.
Operations Division Zulu on command.
Division Zulu, you got traffic for ops?
Yeah, ops from Zulu. I think I'm at a better location if you want to repeat that traffic.
Yeah, Zulu, ops just relaying that. Please pick up on the dispatches addresses when they're calling and let me know if it's in your division and if you can handle. We're starting to hopefully start getting more resources in, but if you heard the traffic, the only plan is anchor, flank, and pinch. We do have some structures on the left shoulder that we'll address with San Bernardino units, but this fire is going to push through that bowl that you see and go over that prominent ridge system.
Okay, yeah, Zulu copies all. I'll track all the addresses. I'm at 28901, 243rd. We got a ranch house that has a couple living structures in it that we're structure defending right now. And then that's going to be the right shoulder of our division.
Copy, and we'll just start keeping resources to both you and Alpha as they come in.